Good morning and welcome to this online training initiative on the topic of copyright and generative artificial intelligence, understanding the most central issues. My name, as you can see, is Simone Aliprandi. We are recording at the end of October 2025, and this is an initiative promoted by the GEM Foundation Global Earthquake Model based in Pavia, Italy. I am Simone Aliprandi, as you can see from this. This is, let's say, my introductory slide. Here you can find some information about my career, my background, my activities, and my initiatives. I am an Italian freelance lawyer. If you are taking this course in a language other than Italian, it is because everything has been translated using an automatic translator. I am the author of several books, articles, and papers, mainly in Italian, but also some in English. And I am a lecturer teaching in various university courses, professional training courses, and specialization courses. Since the year 2014, I have been serving as the contracts and licensing advisor for the esteemed GM Foundation, and this is precisely the fundamental reason why this significant initiative is actively promoted by the GM Foundation. Here you can see a bit of my background. I graduated in law in 2003. I am currently 46 years old, born in 1979. Then I followed a fairly traditional path until 2007, meaning that I had to go through the process to qualify as a lawyer in Italy, but I also pursued a second degree in public administration studies. From there, I went on to do a research doctorate, a PhD in information society, and I have always attended specialization courses also because it is mandatory for professionals like me. But in particular, these two courses in data protection and data governance, and the most recent one, coding for lawyers and legal tech. My latest creation, since I mentioned books, is actually this one. That is, almost everything I tell you in this training course comes from it. From this most recent book of mine, which came out just a few weeks ago, that is in September 2025 in English. In fact, it's the English translation of a previous book that was first published in Italian in 2023, and then this year in an updated second version, also in Italian. The title is The Artificial Author, Creativity and Intellectual Property in the AI Era. You can also find it in open access because all my creations, including this video and these slides, are released under a Creative Commons license. Here we have a table of contents that is a bit of an overview of what we'll be covering together in this training course. I've divided it into 5 parts, excluding this first introductory section of presentations, and the first part, as you can see, is dedicated to copyright fundamentals. Then there's part 2, which I've titled The Concept of Creativity in Legal Theory. Part 3, focusing specifically on copyright law and generative AI, thoroughly examines the intricate relationship between intellectual property law, particularly copyright law, and the rapidly emerging and transformative new phenomenon of generative artificial intelligence. Then part 4, the attempts at regulation, especially by the European lawmaker of the European Union, in particular, the very significant so-called AI Act, and then Part 5, an additional comprehensive layer of rules, because there are other important rules, not only the specific rules of the law itself, but also rules of a contractual nature, that is to say, the detailed terms of service of the various generative AI tools and services currently available. This is what awaits us. Throughout this journey together, I hope everything will be clear and that you'll be able to learn a few things, clear up some doubts, and dispel a number of misunderstandings and urban legends that often circulate regarding copyright and generative AI. As I already mentioned, all these 5 to 6 videos into which our session is divided are released under a Creative Commons license, one of the most open of all, specifically the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0,